Good morning, America, and good morning, everybody from everywhere in this big world. Today we are the 6th, November the 6th, and this newsletter is titled SOS to the World, Deadly Window, December 8, 9, and 10, 2019. You have been warned by Dr. Turi. All right, so the moon currently is in the sign of Aries, makes us pretty aggressive and independent and competitive, warlike, let me add. And it's very, very fastly moving, or its void, of course, is in between Aries and Taurus. And there is a very, very strong aspect with Pluto. And as you know, Pluto is the lord of hell. Pluto is the planet receiving the reptilians, it's their bases. So during those deadly cosmic winds, you can only expect death, drama, secret news from the FBI, Russia, spy, and get some very serious wake-up calls. So this window is now melting. And if you can look at the news, chances are you will realize what I'm talking about, as I'm using Nostradamus 16th century divine astrology, quatrains, and obvious keywords. All right, so good news. One more time, if you did not listen to my last radio show, the Phantom Perspective, it's maybe a good idea for you that you do. You will definitely hear some very interesting things involving UFOs and extraterrestrials agenda. Pay attention to this radio show, you like it. All right, now remember, if you are a newcomer to this video, chances are you will not know or remember what I wrote. But I wrote it in big letters. This is what I wrote. That was on the 1st, December the 1st. I said, I'm expecting large earthquake within the next few days, 2 or 3 days. And as always, if you have followed me, you know my window always induce those earthquakes. And today, okay, we had two. We had the 6.6 in US Tonga, and we had the 6.0 in Vanuatu. Meantime, on the 2nd, we had the 6.0 in the Aleutian Islands. On the 3rd, we had the 6.0 in Chile. On the 5th, the one that I just mentioned, and of course today, the one that took place in Tonga. So that 4 earthquakes that are at or could be above 6.0, because that's what those windows are about, to pinpoint those earthquakes that do not happen every day. 6.0 do not transpire every day. Be sure of that. Now, excuse me. This being said, sad reality is, my dear readers, that the Facebook page that was created yesterday by one of my students is no more. Once again, the reptilians are making sure my cosmic teaching and my critical warnings, such as the one you're getting today, okay, never get to reach the media. I am not making it up, okay? I have a lot of infected reptilians internet enemies. They report me as soon as they see my pictures. They send a note to Facebook. The next thing I know, oh, this person is promoting Dr. Turi, and they don't want me there. The reptilians have won the battle. All right, so again, there is another link that you should read if you did not. And the title of this article is 24 Voices That Are Warning America About What's Coming, and most of them are being censored and persecuted, okay? And in that 24 Voices file, my name is missing. So if you're a supporter of mine, be part of the action, okay? Be part of the solution. Click on the link that mentioned on this list. Click on that list, and then it's at the bottom of the article. They said, hey, you know what? I think Dr. Turi should be also recognized, because he's been warning me for a long time, and he's been warning the world since 1995 on radio and television, yet the reptilians have removed him from every single major news media. Not to forget, of course, Wikipedia. Removed from Wikipedia, you won't see me there, don't exist anymore, okay? LinkedIn, the same, of course, Google and Facebook. You know, I was on so many websites. I had millions of people following my work. And the reptilians are really trying to mute me to the maximum. And that's why I'm relying on you now, my dear friends, to help me to bring that light and that cosmic awareness to the rest of the world. Luckily, I still have this YouTube, you know, video, this YouTube channel, and the numbers are growing pretty good, pretty fast. I'm glad, and I'm there to educate the masses, most of all the mass, which is much oblivious of what's going on. And this is why I'm asking you to share my newsletters and share my cosmic work, so we can make this world a better place to be, a much safer place to be. All right, now, I'm not sure how many of you watched my video yesterday or the day before, but I already told you what I just told you earlier, that we are into that nasty SOS to the world deadly window. It's a Plutonic window. It's the golden door for the reptilians to kill as many people as possible. Okay, so this being said, maybe you need to familiarize yourself or educate yourself on what the Lord of Hades or Pluto is all about. It's in reference to the sign of Scorpio. So click on Scorpio, click on the link there, all live, and educate yourself. Bring forth your own cosmic consciousness. And when you hear again, oh, wow, there is a SOS to the world, Plutonic window on the air, be careful what you do, be careful what you say, because you're going to get killed. Okay, conscious or not, religious or not, skeptical or not, atheist or not, doesn't matter. This does not immune you from paying the heavy penalty, or worse, losing your life. My work is real. There is nothing to entertain you in my work. It's absolutely real. This is why a lot of people don't want to deal with me, because they can't handle the truth and they can't handle reality. They'd rather waste their time watching stupid videos. So, but hey, that's what it is. You're different. You're curious. You're smart. You're a superhuman to what I perceive, okay? Because you're here and you're learning. Now do your part, okay? Remember, what did you give the world today? You throw something up, it's going to come down. You give something, you're going to attract good luck. It's just the way it is. So if you're negative, if you're depressed, if you don't have any faith into the future, if you don't have, you think you're going to end up alone for the rest of your life, if you're never going to make any money, well, now you're feeding the reptilians. Remember, those entities can only survive in dark matter with your fear, with chaos, with insecurity, with drama, with death, with greed, with porn, with drugs, legal or illegal. So just be aware. You have the part of God in you. This means the will, the human will, with the part of God, is stronger than the reptilians and Pluto, put it this way. But if you don't have any education, if you don't know what's going on, you're going to be a peon. You're going to be a slave of the stars and the reptilians who manipulate those stars. Got it? Hope you do. All right, so let's move on. The reality is, suddenly enough, we live in a terrifying world. It's controlled by a negative group of extraterrestrials who must create more fear, more chaos, more greed, more deception, more disinformation, more natural disaster, and more death to survive in dark matter. That's what it comes down to it. But you know what? My hand has two sides. Because you do not see it, doesn't mean it doesn't exist. There is also the draconis. And they are more powerful than the reptilians. The sad reality, if you take a compass, is going to point out north, which means the majority of people, the majority of the energy is negative. So I have to go where you are, down there, and then bring you up to the light. Remember, the draconis use the forces of the sun to stimulate your mind, to create, to be nice, to have faith, to help, to do what I do, to give to the world, so that karma comes back, because nobody ever has or will be able to avoid karma. Sooner or later, you're going to get it back on your face. So why not working for the draconis in the light? All right. Okay, so the window gives you December the 8th, but the title gives you 3 more dates. So I emphasize the date, because it's pretty nasty. We are not yet in this window, and I can see the dramatic news that are taking place right now. So remember, hidden secret, sex, money come to light. That's the quatrain that I use. Raw power challenge, police deadly villains. Oh my God, you're going to connect with this one. Ugly face of death, drama, horror, surface. Nature, man's religion, bloody folly, reign. That's the best quatrain that I can get to depict the type of energy that we are moving in really, really fast. Keywords: Russia, famous death, dramatic death, police news, police brutality, FBI, CIA, Secret Service, Secret Light, mob, scandal, terrorism, cyber attack, abduction, finance, super wealth, sex, porn, prostitution, life and death, serial killers, undelivered truth, nature, and man-made wake-up calls. These are the keywords that enunciated the type of headline and news that you're going to have. So instead of watching the news like everybody else and being depressed and say, there's nothing I can do, see the news, read the news, understand the news and with your third eye, not with your ears, and then go depressed and go negative and lose hope and feed the reptilians. Okay, so let's check it out and let's see what's going on. First one, police say singer was speeding and drunk at the time of fatal crash. Okay, beautiful young girl, sad enough. Famous, that's where the word famous death is there for you to realize that the reptilians use that. She was born with a very strong Neptunian chart. Neptunian means a lot of Pisces, and Pisces is a very addictive sign, so she was really, really drunk. In other words, what I see with that little girl is she committed suicide. Again, you know what? You do not necessarily see and react to what you read. It's like a lot of people will click on one newsletter on one of my videos because of the title. They do not know that there is thousands of different titles involving any one of my newsletters, but they're not very smart. Oh, I don't like the title, I'm not going to watch it. And then they are missing the boat or the train. All right, so famous death. There goes that girl. My heart goes to her family. Rest in peace. She committed suicide. I look at the chart and I know she was highly suicidal. All right, boy who died in federal custody was on the floor for hours before anyone found him. Death news, secret to light. It's sad, but that's what it is. I don't think this kid commits suicide. I think he got a disease because the conditions are just horrific in those legal jail. Teen admit attempting to murder 6 years old at London gallery. Can you imagine that? A teen. They are so vulnerable. Those kids are so vulnerable. They do not have enough enough brain power to see what's right, what's wrong. So they are led by emotions. And you know the rules. In an eternal battle between emotion and logic or critical thinking, emotion always wins and you always lose. Okay, that's why you have road rage. People get all emotional. They do not know the nasty cosmic winds are to kill people. Next thing they go after each other and one get a gun and boom, life is gone. Be careful during those windows of what you say, what you do, who you talk to, where you're going. Control your emotion because you're going to be like a volcano of emotions. And if you can't control them and the emotion control you, you might die. Be careful. Raw power challenge police deadly villain. UN says it has evidence that Iran was shooting to kill protesters. Whoa, wait a minute here. But doesn't stop there. Paris travel nightmare enters its second day. Raw power challenge police deadly villains. Doesn't stop there. Gunman who killed 3, injured 7 at Florida Navy Station was Saudi flight student. FBI investigating. FBI. Secret to light. Terrorism. These are the words that are used. That doesn't end. Ugly face of death, drama, horror surface. Police chase of hijacked UPS trucks end in fatal shootout. Police, drama, death. Do you get it? Do you get it? I am not a psychic. For the lack of words, I have to use that. I'm using a software. The same type of software that NASA used to send the shuttle, with the only difference that I know that the stars have a soul. The soul of the cosmos is real. and they are more than dead rock hanging there for the sake of beauty, and they are being used, manipulated by the reptilians to kill human on planet Earth or to induce a lot of fear. They cannot kill us completely because that's killing the dog who feed the fleas. They cannot destroy the Earth. They cannot destroy us completely. That's against the rule for them. They need to survive. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's pretty simple. What else do we have? Screaming for her life. Ex-Amazon boss accused of having a wife slain had battered her daughter. Secret to light, drama, emotions. Look at the type of news. And if you do not see any drama, death, or secret, I don't know what to do to help you. A radio star describes pain and rage following death of her two sons. One committed suicide and the other one, I don't know. You have to read. A famous death. You know, she may be a famous radio host, yet she's cosmic unconscious. She doesn't know anything. Now, we're going to talk about our president. Now, Trump now has an obvious path to a second term. Logically, rationally, the reason why he has such an opening is because the economy is exploding. The economy is booming. Okay, now, this doesn't take anything away from the president. All I'm trying to tell you is now the head of the dragon, positive, powerful, progressive, is into the sign of Cancer. Cancer is home, family, security. Cancer is the nucleus of security. Okay? Security, money, 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 food, food, food. Money all over. Okay, America, July 4, 1776, is a Cancer country. Now, the head of the dragon, the universal dragon, is right on top of America. Now you can put any freaking president in power. If the dragon's head is not supporting the birth stars of the country, the economy will go down. But you cannot talk to any politician or even a president about the power of the stars. Even my closest friends do not understand what I'm trying to say because they're not students of mine. They didn't take the time to investigate. Now, this doesn't take the real reality that President Trump can be reelected. Why? Because he's a dual. A dual means everything about him is 2, 4, 6. He cannot have one golf course. He cannot have one hotel, and he cannot write one tweet. He's a dual. Dual means everything in life is 2, 4, 6. So the opportunity for him to get reelected will be given to him through his dragon's head in Gemini. Meantime, do not erase or do not eliminate the fact that your president was born with the tail of the dragon in the sign of Sagittarius. And remember, my work has nothing to do whatsoever with politics. You love president, you hate president, it's your deal. My work is spiritual in nature and astrological. Realize this. I don't care. So, anyone born with the tail of the dragon in the sign of Sagittarius, especially the most powerful man on the planet, controlling, regulating, commanding the United States, which happen to be the biggest, most powerful country in the world, okay? That is absolutely incredible. The tail of the dragon in Sagittarius is a curse for our president or anybody born with a tail of the dragon in the sign of Sagittarius. Sagittarius rules foreigners, foreign land, the law. Sagittarius rules pet. And one of the reasons why President Trump doesn't like dogs, doesn't want dogs in the White House, okay? It rules also the law. So anytime our president delegates any affairs involving Mexico, foreign land, foreign affairs, Russians, North Korea, or anything that were with the European Union, France, anything. As soon as he moves out of the United States, he has his tail of the dragon that is destroying everything. Okay, now, you, again, like Trump or you don't like Trump, it's your deal. I'm telling you, the great potential for our president to be reelected is due to his dual dragon in Gemini, okay? Now, I wrote 2 or 3 years ago to be ready for the worst of the worst of the worst months for our president, and I told you it was December. And with the impeachment going crazy in December, somebody's been right so far. Okay. But if you do not read, if you do not watch those videos, all you're going to have is your imagination, your emotion, and you're going to assume that I don't like our president. President Trump is a human being. He has the same blood than you and I, the red. Okay, he has his sins and virtues. He has his gift and his downfall. The tail of the dragon in Sagittarius makes him a bull in the china shop. In fact, my best friend, one of my best friends, has the same dragon than President Trump, and he's one of his fervent supporters, and he behaves exactly like him. He is a bull in the china shop, but he's my best friend. Okay, that is what life is all about. It's all written in light via the stars. And unless you raise your cosmic consciousness, my friend, unless you take the time to study and get into the soul of the cosmos and understand how the planet regulates and controls everything, then you're going to be in trouble. Unless you build that cosmic awareness, you're going to be a robot. You're going to have President Trump, for example, seeking direction, guidance from his daughter. Jesus Christ. His daughter is a Capricorn, rational, down to earth, practical. Of course, she's going to give him the right counseling, but when it comes to this physical world, she's not spiritual for a bit. She cannot guide him on his dragon's head and tail, telling him where to tread very, very carefully so that he doesn't lose his presidency, get impeached. I wish I was President Trump's personal guide. Do you know by now? He will be the top president that the United States has ever had because of his stars. Sudden enough, he's not delegating with his head. He's completely and entirely stuck on his tail. And nobody, sudden enough, is there to educate our president. So that is the type of news I have for you today. The sad reality, again, I was right when I mentioned that June and December will be the worst months in 2019 for our president. But, you know, if you like president, I have good news for you. He's a dual, so the chance of him being reelected are pretty high. And on top of that, remember the head of the dragon in the sign of Cancer is right on top of America, which is blessing this country regardless who is in charge. You could have an idiot in power, or you could have anyone in power, not President Trump, any. Guess what? The economy will still be at the top. Has nothing to do with your president or with his help or his offices. It's all written like via the stars, and you're not yet aware of this fact. And that's why you're watching Dr. Turi. All right, my good friend. Remember, this nasty, nasty window is coming. There is a lot of wake-up call coming. Careful what you do. Careful what you say. Careful where you go. I have translated those news the best of my abilities so that you don't become a statistics. So you don't become part of the statistics. So be cautious, my friend. This is a really, really nasty window, and the reptilians are reigning king during those days. Okay. Now, lastly, you like Dr. Turi? Hey, click I like you, Dr. Turi, and enjoy my YouTube channel and talk about it. Share it. Help me share. Help me save very, very precious life out there, especially during those type of window. Good luck to you. Be safe, my friend. Make it a beautiful day. Bye-bye.